You know, it bugs the hell out of me, and I've said this so many times that it got cut off just a few seconds too soon. And I asked the guy,
bug me no end.
I asked the guy about it, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have the files anymore." After he sent them to me, and I was like, "You hear it, right? It cuts off. It should just be like follow through."
Well, I didn't hear it until you mentioned it, but now that you mentioned it, I heard it, and now I'm never not going to hear it. It's always going to be there.
I don't use it that much. I only use it for the focus on. So, anyways,
it would drive me nuts. I wouldn't be able to use it.
Hey, everybody, how you doing? Normal
Hello.
spiel. The whole first half hour here, Degenerate, Jassen, and myself, we're just going to have a conversation. We're not going to be looking at the chat at all. And then the second half, we will be opening it up for the chat. I forgot one thing, though. Hold on, I got to do something real quick.
Uh-oh. Hi, guys.
I just took
my
there's
shirt
Monty.
Off.
Hi, Monty.
Monty's coming to chill out. Oh, he's actually going to chill out.
Kitty.
Oh, no. Cool.
Sorry. He
likes to wreck things.
I had to take my shirt off.
Okay.
I didn't want you to see my boobs or nothing.
It's like unseasonably warm where you're at, because it is here.
Yes. Very much
I had to
so.
open all the windows, and I actually think that's like I might have to close the windows because I think Monty's like he's gonna be all about trying to get to that window that he can't get to unless he wrecks a bunch of stuff. Yeah,
gotcha.
That's exactly. Hang on a second.
Okay, your turn. Your turn.
I can still talk though.
I got a Metalheads Aquatic Mayhem shirt as a late birthday present from my lovely wife. So nice. I said I was going to wear that tonight, so I had to change my shirt.
Nice.
How about to blow up some balloons? Well, I just didn't.
Shirt.
I wanted to turn the camera off. I didn't think Degenerate wanted to see my boobs. Just
Dude, don't judge, man. Maybe I do.
I
want to compare.
Compare to other ones you've seen?
No, mine.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm much bigger.
Yeah, probably, but you never know.
I mean, no, I do know.
Hide them. Hide them well.
You wear one of those bandages.
The bros.
All right.
See that Seinfeld episode where they're wearing the bro?
Oh, yeah. I just watched that the other day. Or the Manzini.
Yeah.
They argued. The Manzini. Yes. All right. Anyways. Let's see. You know what? We're going to do something a little bit different.
Uh-oh.
Normally, I just ask all the questions and go from there. But I actually know a little bit about you. We've met. We got to meet at the Keystone Clash last year, only for one day. But this year, we're going to get to hang out the whole weekend.
Friday, Saturday. Remember I brought Fishing on and he didn't make it back?
That's right. You did. You came back, but he didn't. That's what I was getting confused. You came back, but he didn't. I made an ass of myself. See, now when I say it, it sounds like I'm doing like a Godfather imitation. You sound like him, though.
I try.
I don't know if he's even here. He better be here. He might be working.
I think he's working. He's working at this time, yeah.
So I know that you live in the town made famous by Billy Joel, Allentown, Pennsylvania, or very close to it.
No, I am straight in Allentown.
Oh, okay.
Proper
all
city.
Right. I know you have a son, and you've been married for a while. I don't know how long. We're going to find out. You've been married twice. Yep. You've got a cat named Monty, and I forgot your dog's name, but I do know that she hates it when you sneeze.
That is very true. The dog's name is Zoe.
Zoe, that's right.
She's a Shetland sheepdog. The cat is Monty, and there's another cat named Lily. Lily's like the cat that we've had for a long time.
Yeah.
And then Monty's like the street cat we just found. What's
with Zoe, Ed, that you took you put through the ringer with the vet? But you had to.
What are you talking about?
Monty. Monty has.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But
when we found him, he was, first of all, he was like really skinny because he was underfed. He had like an abscess on his butt. I thought he had a broken tail because it was right there where the tail met his butt, but it was just an abscess because he had an infection or whatever.
Abscess.
Yeah, abscess. And then he apparently he was a ripe old boy and had some big old cojones. The vet techs were like, they were the biggest ones they've ever seen. Yeah.
but no longer, right? Well, I mean,
Yeah,
they're
and then
there,
somebody
but
shaved him too, so he was shaved pretty much almost like the stubble.
in
And
the wintertime.
well, it was November when I
Yeah.
brought him in, when I found him like that. He actually came to me. I saw him a bunch of times in the alley. I think it was like the neighbor's cat, but they're kind of like these people that are not good with animals. They've had problems with dogs that just get out and attack people, and then when the animal control takes the dog and knocks on the door, like, yeah, we don't own any dogs. I don't know what you're talking about.
Those
So
PA
that,
people.
yeah, I don't know. They were, yeah. Well, they're still there, but they had this cat and this dog. The dog's still there, but the cat kept coming out. And at some point, I think they just kicked him out because like they didn't fix him or neuter him, whatever. So he just sprayed everywhere. And he did that for like I locked him in the little workshop area there,
Yeah.
and he was doing that for like 2 weeks. Called his little Mowgli dance. Started walking around like the Jungle Book. You ever see that where Mowgli does his little dance thing? That's exactly what he looked like when he was doing it. Yeah.
But now he's he knows he's home and he's happy and healthy.
Yeah, no, we got it like all taken care of in like a shot, and then we got him. Pretty much, he's my cat now, so I got like a chip in him. I did the whole 9 yards. He's vaccinated, whatever, rabies, all the good stuff, fixed, neutered, whatever you want to call it.
So, what's the deal with Zoe and the sneezing though? That's sort of
I don't know, and I've Googled this like extensively. Like it's not only like some dogs get like this, but she also gets like this like if I sneeze. Like she's upstairs now. If I were to sneeze right now, she would do one of two things. If there was a cat nearby, she would attack the cat. If there was no cat nearby, she would come running to the steps and come running down. Because when I sneeze, it's not usually just once. It's like 4 or 5 times in a row. It's like But she hates it. I don't know what it is. Like she gets like Cujo too. It's crazy.
Yeah.
She also does it with like plastic bags and stuff like that, like trash bags. If I pull a trash bag out, like that noise.
So it's just something about that noise that almost sounds like hissing of a cat.
Yeah, maybe. She does it with aluminum foil too. She'll freak out if you pull off a sheet of aluminum foil. She's like, she flips it. So something about that sharp, it might be just too loud for her because she's got pretty sensitive ears.
Yeah, it sets her off.
Yeah,
she's a gorgeous dog though.
Yeah. She was a mess. I just brushed her like for the last 2 days. Oh
my God!
I got like 3 dogs out of her.
I call it a 3-dog night.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I did it in 3 stages too. There was like I did the left side, and then we took a break for a couple of hours, and then I did the right side. So yeah, it's a 3-dog night. Then I did the the butt and the tail. But man, she gets. I call it like picking cotton because it comes out like it looks like I can. And it's like this crazy fur. Like I could take the dog and dip her like in water and pull her out, and she'll be dry in like 30 seconds. Well, she'll be wet on top, but everything underneath will be completely dry.
It's almost like that merino wool. That's the sort of like that.
It's kind of it is like that, and it's like dirt resistant too because she's a white dog, like white and brown or white and black. No, she never gets dirty.
Guarded.
Yeah, exactly. She never gets dirty, and I mean, and she'll get her paws dirty, but then like an hour later, she's clean. Just wipe her down. Cool.
So
give her a bath every couple of months.
What about Lily? Is she like any weird? Does she have any weird stuff, or is it just
Lily's a runt? We got Lily as a rescue cat. They said she was 8 weeks old. I do not think she was 8 weeks old. She's the smallest cat I've ever seen. She's going to be 5 soon, and she's half the size of Monty, and Monty's only like a year old. So, but she had like a rough life from the beginning, I guess. Oh. She almost died twice when she was a kitten. So she burned up a couple lives, like right there and then.
Yeah, poor Lily. So all of your animals are weird.
Yeah, she has a allergic reaction to the rabies vaccine, which we did not know. Which we found out after giving it to her twice. So that's why she almost died twice.
Oh, poor girl.
Yeah, it was the second time the first time was when she was a real little kitten. Then she just stopped eating for like a week and a half. And I was like, yo, this cat's like, I took her to the vet. The vet gave her like a vitamin shot. And then I fed her some not raw chicken, but like, chicken from a sandwich.
Raw chicken.
It wasn't
Yeah,
raw. I wasn't eating raw chicken.
That'll heal her right up.
Here you go, some raw chicken, kitty. No wonder you're almost dead.
Salmonella.
But the second time, like, she got like a bad reaction. Like, the vet's like right across the street from me.
I remember this. Okay. Yep, I remember.
And
you had to go
like,
over.
I just walked there. Yeah. Well, I took her for her shots, and came back over here. And within minutes of being in the house, she started screaming. Like, they're doing this weird, and then like it started coming out both ends, like immediately. I was like, oh my god. So I called the vet, and they're like, bring her back over. We got a steroid shot or something they can give her. So I did that. Then like a day later, she just sat like by the water bowl and like had her head like an inch above the water and didn't move for like 8 hours.
Oh,
I'm like, this is not good. So I called the vet back. I'm like, oh my god, bring her back. So then they gave her like all sorts of stuff. And then she did that thing where cats do when they're about to die, they hide.
yeah.
So we had to keep finding her, figure out where she was hiding. Yeah, it was scary, man. And after like 6 days of not eating, doing anything, she hung at that water bowl for like 6 days with like her nose above the water. And then at night she would go hide somewhere like she was going to die. And then on like 1 in the morning, she just like came up in the bedroom and like started crying like, oh my God, the fever broke.
I'm better, people. I'm better. That's what she was saying. Poor
Yeah,
girl.
Yeah, it was scary. I was convinced. I was actually like, at some point, I was convinced the cat was dead. Like, I'm like, this cat is going to die.
Yeah. I think that's sometimes with ours too. But he's 19, so.
Well, yeah. That's never fun, man.
It's coming. That's right. At least I'll get a good night's sleep. He likes to scream in the middle of the night. I know it's horrible. See. It's horrible, but we talked about it some today. He just he likes to scream in the night. Anyways, I think that's the first time we ever. Yeah. It's not just meowing. I mean, it's like, and it's only at night. Only at night. It's only like 2:00 in the morning after everybody's definitely asleep. If somebody's up,
like that howling thing.
It's like no, it's like meow, meow. I mean, it's like just horrible. It's horrible. Awesome. It's a horrible sound. But if somebody's up walking around, like if I get up to go to the bathroom, no, he doesn't do it. If you know, like Aunt Aiden comes upstairs and then you know, he's in the kitchen or something, no, he's fine. It's only when everybody is asleep and nobody's around. That's when he does it.
Lily would do that too, but she would play with stuff. So like she has like toys that she'd get into at like 2 a.m. and she'd just get all excited. We have these I might have one laying around here. They're monkeys. It's like a little monkey.
Yeah.
And it was like her favorite toy, and at some point she lost it, and my wife was all upset. That was like the toy that she always had. So like I went like, we're never gonna find it again. It was like I remember. And I went to Petco, and they had like 30 of them. So I bought them all. I'm like, you're never gonna find them again. We got them for days.
And are they all over? Did you keep some hidden away, or did you give them all to the cat?
I gave her one, and then I put the rest in a plastic bag, and I kind of set it on the table so my wife would see it and all that stuff. And she just kind of laughed and let it sit at the table. And the next morning, like half the monkeys were out of the bag because the cat got in there. This is before Monty came around. So there was like 5 monkeys floating around the house. And then I think my wife still has the bag hidden somewhere in case she needs an emergency monkey or two.
Stop stealing monkeys. Emergency monkey. It's good to have an emergency monkey.
Exactly. You know? Speaking of monkeys.
That is the first time we've ever started off the stream with just talking about the animals first, ever. I love it.
Cool.
Because it talks about who you are, though, even though, you know, it's sort of a priority in your life to take care of your animals.
Yeah.
You know, my dog.
I take care of all. Although I made the wife cleans the litter box. At least the upstairs one.
That's her chore?
Yeah, because she's the one that wanted the cats in the first place. Well, she wanted Lily.
Yeah.
And I was like, look, I'm done with litter. I had a cat. I had 2 cats. I had cats for a long time.
I had cats. I've had
Zeke
cats.
Was my last cat. Zeke. I had Zeke when Zoe was a puppy. But Zeke was 15 when Zoe was a puppy. And that was like 6 years. No, that's been, oh my God, it's like 9 years ago.
And they're always indoor cats only?
Zeke was an indoor cat. When I was younger, in my 20s, I had a cat that was like an outdoor cat, indoor, 2030s.
But since it's all indoor cats.
Yeah, indoor.
Good.
And my ex-wife was when we had all those other cats. We had 2 cats. Well, we actually had 3 cats, but the other cat I don't really count. I never saw it.
Gotcha. All right. So you live in Pennsylvania, like we said. Had that born and raised Allentown?
No, I was born in Pennsylvania, but I was born down by Philadelphia,
Okay.
outside of a town called Norristown.
And but you've always lived in Pennsylvania. That's been home forever. You ever lived anywhere else?
I mean, I lived all over the place in Pennsylvania, but not.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think I've actually lived anywhere else. No, not
Not
like
out of the
permanently.
state.
No.
I just found out today
Been
that
other places.
my son-in-law and daughter want to move to Pennsylvania.
Really?
That's where they were going to go to Iowa. We just found this out, but I had him come into the stream today, my son-in-law, and he was going to tell everybody where he was moving to in Iowa because I couldn't remember the name. Plus, I wanted them to hear his accent to prove that he is indeed British. And
was he? I didn't see this because I was at work when your stream was going on, so I popped in for a little while and then had
he said he wasn't moving to Iowa now because it's a shit state. And Matt said he had a friend at ICE that will be visiting us soon to deport him for saying that. So,
what do you mean? Which Matt? Liquid Zoo?
Yes.
Matt?
Yes.
He's in Iowa?
Yes. He's an Iowa boy.
Oh, but is he in Iowa? I didn't think he was in Iowa.
He is in Iowa. Yep.
All right. Well, whatever.
Yep.
We can lose Iowa. I'm cool with it.
There'd be a big hole in the middle of the country, though. And where would all the corn come? We'd all have to start growing more corn.
Look, there's more corn in Pennsylvania that I swear than any other state. I mean, I'm sure that's not true, but I grew up around corn.
Same here.
Cornfields and corn.
I didn't grow up around it, but New York, there's a lot too.
My backyard
by
growing
4th
up was
of July.
cornfield.
All right, so you lived in New York, Pennsylvania, your whole life.
I was like, dude, we can just talk about this.
And you've been married twice. So how long were you married the first time?
These are trick questions, man. Now I got to do math.
Just a rough estimate. I mean, if you just make shit up, nobody's gonna know.
No, I'm trying to remember. Probably 3-4ish years.
Okay, so not
together like 7, I think, were their total.
Okay, yep. Same with me. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we had a kid.
And is that your?
Okay,
yeah, and that's your son. So you don't have a child with your current wife.
No, we thought about it. And then she was a stepmom. He was like 4 when we first got together, and then maybe around 6, 7ish is when we thought about having a kid. And then at some point, the kid was like, "Do you have enough birth control to stop?"
Hey, I feel like I'm talking to Ed. There's always a cat ass in the screen. So basically, she met your son and said, "No, I don't want to have her have kids."
It wasn't right away. It took a little while.
Gotcha. And I know that your son is not allowed to use the microwave, and you don't even have a microwave
because of that incident, and still don't to this day.
Yeah,
don't have a microwave. That was
he tried to burn the house down.
It was like 11 years ago, man. I should probably get over it.
Yeah, I think it's safe. I think he's qualified to use the microwave at this point.
Yeah. Well, he's an Eagle Scout and all that good stuff. I think he's probably good at it.
Yeah.
And he survived a house fire at his mom's. And it was the only one who managed to keep his head the whole time.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he's the only one who survived.
No. That would be horrible. Well, it would be my ex-wife, so don't want to wish ill on anyone. Let's say,
does he split time between you guys still?
Well, he's at college now, but he's kind of. But when he comes home he kind of does and kind of doesn't. I think his mom kind of forces a lot of that, but when he's here, he kind of schedules all the stuff with his friends, so he's never really here.
Gotcha.
He's always visiting, like, whatever.
Yeah.
He went down for a day and a half with his girlfriend that he's still with. Doing a long distance thing.
How did you meet your ex-wife?
I was a waiter at a restaurant, and she was her and a girl came in, and a buddy of mine that I'm still good friends with waited on them.
Despite everything, you're still good friends with him.
I'm still good friends with him. And he waited on their table. And at some point, like, I was kind of like, I had this apartment that was like my own. I lived above a tattoo shop. This is whatever. It was a weird time of my life, man. Anyway.
Fun time though, right?
Fun time, yes. Anyway, like, he had a way into my house. And I came home from work or I came home from, I don't remember where I was, but he was working. He left. I think I left before him, went grocery shopping or something, came home, and him and the girls were at my house. And then we were hanging out, and it
Yeah,
went from there.
yeah, gotcha. What about your current wife? How did you meet her?
Match.com.
Really?
Yeah. A successful online dating story.
Yeah, there's a lot of those. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, there was like I don't know. I did a couple dating on that. Like there was a couple of relationships I was in. Some of them lasted like only a couple months. Some of them lasted for like one of them almost lasted a year
From
from that site.
Match.com,
Yeah,
all just
yeah,
Match.com. Gotcha.
yeah. That's how it was like back in. That was back like when like that first came out. You know what I
You
mean?
weren't on Christian Singles or anything like that. It was just
No, I don't
Match.
even think that existed back then. It was
Okay.
like that and the other one. I can't remember what the heck the other one was.
eHarmony or something like that.
Yeah, that's it. I think that was it. Yeah,
I shouldn't even know
yeah.
the names of these places.
Sure you don't. But yeah, I think all right. There was you could see when somebody looked at your profile, I think, and I saw that she looked at me, but she had no profile pic, and all I did was send her a wink or whatever you did, and then she replied, and we got together, we hung out, then we dated for a little while, we went on vacation. That was a
Really?
mistake
Yeah.
because then I broke up with her,
How
and
not
and then
on the
she
vacation.
shortly after it was like that vacation was like I don't want to be with this chick.
And how long were you in the relationship when you went on vacation?
Like 3 months, four
Yeah.
months.
Yeah, that's
And then we didn't see each other for like 2 3 months, and then she kind of like, hey, and then she even says that she like used it as a ploy to get to me to hang out together. Feminine wiles, man. Yeah, I guess it worked.
yeah. It worked the second time.
The second time I was kind of chilled out, I guess. I think
And
I
you
had some
guys
unfinished business.
have you guys gone on vacation since? Oh, yeah, we always have goals, so we have to meet those goals.
Right.
Have you guys gone on vacation since? Okay.
Yeah, we have. Oh yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was like an unwritten rule where you just
Well,
avoid
I don't know.
vacation.
We went to go visit a friend of hers, and like I didn't know any. Like it was awkward. Everything was awkward. So yeah.
Gotcha.
And I was an asshole anyway, so
Yeah. What do you mean were?
Well, yeah. It's like that Mitch Hedberg thing. I wasn't asshole, I still am, but I was then too.
Yeah. I don't smoke anymore.
I don't smoke any less.
Yeah. He died before his time.
Yeah.
Let's shift gears a little bit because you have a pretty interesting job. I don't know what your title is, but I know you play with dirt. I know you're like a soil engineer, not a soiled engineer. Although sometimes you're probably soiled.
I am a senior geologist for a
You're an actual
geotechnical.
geologist.
That's my title.
Nice.
I didn't go to school for geology.
Okay.
That's my title. I've been doing it for 15 years, so
yeah. You know your
I know my dirt.
Earthly substances.
I get out there, taste it.
Which you have,
good
right?
Dirt.
You have. You can tell some things by tasting it, can't you?
No, you don't eat dirt, man. That's not a good idea.
No, but you've tasted it before, and you said that before. I think that you can taste certain.
That was a joke.
God damn it!
But yes, I mean, unfortunately, you end up tasting dirt when you work around
Not because
dirt.
you want to.
Yeah, because like wind blows a whole flume in your mouth while you're sitting there.
Yeah, I thought you really
wide open.
I thought you not that you did it on purpose, but that you was like a party trick type thing where you could take some dirt and like a pinch and then tell people, oh yeah, there's a lot of.
No, I would tell the contractors that. I would get out. They were like, you got to get some samples and stuff because we have a lab that we have there's like a whole process on figuring out what the composition of dirt is. It's like sand, silt, or clay, basically, and a whole variation of that. Like those three variables can make a whole bunch of whatever.
Sure.
Anyway,
you basically just make sure that.
I just got out and joked that I was going to taste it and let them know what it was.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I just saw it. So basically, though, you just make sure the area that they're building and has proper drainage or proper support for whatever it is they're building.
Yeah, exactly. We do a lot of inspection is what we do. We make sure the contractors are doing what the plans say they're supposed to be doing. Like if they're building a foundation for a building, they'll dig out for the foundation, where the concrete footings they call them, rebar and all that stuff. We got to make sure the rebar is right, tied to whatever got the even spacing, overlap, tied on tray or on chairs off the ground, away from the freaking dirt, nothing in the trench, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Make sure we test the concrete. We do all sorts of stuff. Pipe trenches
and
asphalt.
People are like, regulations, we shouldn't have all that. Well, people could just do anything. So you're making sure that these buildings are able to stand.
Yeah, a lot of that, and a lot of settlement, because like a lot of these buildings are expensive. We've been doing a lot of like stuff like Amazon warehouses and stuff like that, like huge warehouses, multi-million-dollar warehouses.
Gotcha.
And if like that stuff settles, that's like, it's not good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And the roof's leaking, whatever. It's like a cascading effect. So yeah.
And how did you get into that? Well, first of all, let's go back. Let's go back a little bit. So you said you worked in a restaurant. What other kind of funky jobs, or just what other kind of jobs did you have before you fell into this?
I worked at an airport.
Baggage handling?
No, it was first of all, I worked at a small little like airport in Allentown, right around the corner from here, before I actually lived here. Yeah, it was like a municipal airport, but it was like an old World War II Army Air Force airstrip.
Okay. Yeah, we have those.
And they were building torpedo bombers for the war, and then the war ended before they actually saw service. So it was the Vol-T bomber, in case you want to know.
Gotcha. I didn't, but I'm sure Kyle is.
Somebody wanted to know.
Yeah, Kyle's
piece
here.
of history.
Maybe.
They never saw action, and then they sold them all off, and they're kind of like a lost thing. But I worked at that airport, which was kind of cool. It was private aviation, or it was like general aviation is what they called it. But it was like small stuff, like flight training, people that had their own little airplanes, some corporate stuff, like small corporate stuff, like little like Learjets and stuff would come in to drop people off and pick people up.
Yeah.
But nobody owned a Learjet that stayed there. They had like more like King Airs and stuff like that.
Cessnas and stuff like
Cheyennes. Yeah. Like some bigger stuff, but nothing huge. Helicopters. And then like that airport was owned by the Airport Authority, which is also the one that has the big airport in Allentown. So they controlled both. And I just went, at some point they needed people at the main airport, so I went over there and worked there. And I met all sorts of crazy people there.
What did you do though? Were you refueling planes?
Yeah, fueling. You tow them in and out of the hangar. It was like, if they came up, you'd direct them to park. You'd park them as to do with the flags and the whatever. And then when I worked at the main airport, then there was like the airline side. You had to make sure all the airlines were fueled and on time, so they got out. So you were always over there, like, you'd go in there and ask the pilots like what they needed. Go in there, then fuel up the plane, hook up the big nozzle. And every plane was different because like it depended on what
blow that they needed to.
Yeah, I met Bill Cosby working there. That was interesting.
Yeah,
that was before times.
Yeah, the before times. Was he on the Cosby Show then?
No, this was after that.
Oh, okay.
He was just doing some stand-up gig, I think, in Allentown.
Yeah,
I met Larry the Cable Guy. But I didn't know it was Larry the Cable Guy. And I got really annoyed at him because he wouldn't leave me the hell alone. He just kept cracking jokes. I'm like, buddy, there's the lobby. Go over there, man. This Learjet kid, I guess what happened was he was supposed to come in earlier. And his plane got diverted because they had some sort of mechanical problem. So they diverted to like Connecticut or something like that. And then eventually they fixed it and then came here. And he got out of the plane and like ripped off camos and just looking like the Larry the Cable Guy. I had no idea who this guy was. Yeah. And he came over, he's like, oh, and he started joking me. I'm like, all right, yeah, you want to go over there, buddy? He just kept joking. I'm like, dude, over there. And then everybody came out afterwards, like, do you know what that is? I'm like, no, some dumb hick. What the hell?
Well, yeah, yeah. And you knew of him at the time, but you
Yeah,
just
I
didn't
did
know that
know
that was
of
him.
him.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
but I didn't know I heard
Yeah.
his but I never put because I didn't watch too much television. I still don't watch too much television.
Yeah.
Didn't put the face with the. There was a couple other. Was it that The Simple Life with Paris Hilton, Nicole Richie? They did an episode of that at that airport
Oh, I never
where they
watched
were
that.
baggage handlers and worked for that whole airline. I met them briefly. They were kind of
Yeah,
stuck up.
was it impressive or?
Nah, but she did almost dump the lab on herself, which is kind of crazy.
That's good
There's
TV.
that's like
good
a
TV.
that would have been good TV
Yeah.
actually. That would have been awesome. Dude saved her at the last minute.
Oh,
I knew the guy too.
that's
You asked.
yeah. You should have done that.
They had like this cart. It was like a pickup truck. You back up and you hook up like this there's a door you open and you hook up a nozzle and you pull a thing. It's like a ripcord. But when you pull that thing, it's like there's no going back. It just opens the door. Everything that's up there is coming out, hopefully. Unless it gets stuck. And then it's like,
man,
a bad story about that too.
We don't, Ed told us about some stuff that happened to him in that realm. And yeah, I don't think we need any more shitty stories today. I don't think we need them. We had quite a few with Ed.
We called him ramp trout.
Bless his heart.
Because when the jet engines would fire up, they'd start flopping around like trout.
Why are they loose?
Because the lab dumps would always go bad, man. The door would get stuck. Like it's like you pull a cord.
So they're just
like
laying around?
Flaps. Well, no, not all the time. Like we would clean them. We would call the fire company over and be like, yeah, we got some ramp trout over here. And they would come and hose it off.
And how often did that happen?
Because I'd say out
once
of every maybe like once every 3-4-ish months, depending. Right. Like if it was a new guy doing it,
okay.
Or because those doors get infamously stuck because like paper and all, everything you're putting down the toilet is going through that door, and some of it gets stuck on like the little like grabby whatever the heck, and then like the door gets stuck and it doesn't want. There is a story I could tell you if you really want to hear this.
Let's go. Let's do it up. Wait, hold on. I got to.
He's one of the baggage handler guys.
Hold on, I got to do something real quick. You tell it. I forgot to turn on subscriber only because I set this up late too, and I just saw the bots. So go ahead. Yeah, tell us what happened.
Right.
I better mute this.
This is a guy that was working there. I just went out of focus, but it doesn't matter. And he just showed up, and he was like this, like he was all about like his image. You know what I mean? Like he always wanted to look good, had the gold jewelry, came in wearing this like ski jacket that was like white and had like, like the blue and whatever tan stripes in it. And he was like, he was all like flashing. It's like, why would you wear that to work, dude? You're a baggage handler. This is going to get messed up because you're crawling in and out of airplanes, right? And not only that, you got to do the lab dumps and stuff. Well, today was his lab dump day.
Oh.
And he's up there with what are they? Like a DC, not a DC-9. I think maybe it is a DC-9. I don't remember. Anyway,
that's a good.
Or it might have been an Airbus. It might have been an Airbus. I don't remember what plane
it was. One though.
Yeah, but it's one of those you need the truck, and the truck has like a flatbed that you stand on, and then you can hook the whole thing up. Well, he hooks the whole thing up. He pulls the ripcord, and nothing happens. Right. So that's the danger zone right there and then, because the cord has been pulled, the latch is loose. The only way to get the latch loose is to reset the whole mechanism. Right. So he goes, unhooks the thing, looks up in there, and I guess things started moving, right? Oh, dude, I still want to yak thinking about this. So his first reaction is he sees things coming, and it's a door, it's like a flap in there, and he puts his hand up there and holds the flap, but it's already too late, and he can barely get his hand up there. So all that blue juice is running down his arm.
In his fancy jacket.
His fancy new jacket. And all I kept crying about is my cell phone. It's in his pocket. And you guess it was running down his leg. Oh. And he's like, help me. I'm like, dude, you're screwed, man. There's nobody helping you.
Nobody helped him?
No, what are you going to do? There's only one option is pull your hand out and get out of the way.
And jump. Pull your hand and jump.
Oh.
Because it's coming.
It's coming.
And what did he do, though? I mean, did he?
Pulled his hand and jumped, and then he got sent home. because nobody wants to be around him.
Did he get coated? Was he?
No, he managed to get out of the way before like too much got like on him. But like by then, like he had the juice. Oh, he had the juice running down his like. It's still, man. Every time that happens to me in a fish tank, like in these upper tanks here, like I'll do that, and like sometimes I feel that water running down my arm. I'm like, oh my god, and I get flashbacks of that guy. Oh, so grody. I was fueling that airplane too. I was like, ugh.
Was that the worst thing that happened there?
That was one of the that was bad. That was bad.
What about you? Be honest. Did you ever have any ramp trout incidents?
No, I didn't, because I always kind of avoided that. I kind of made myself scarce when I got to go move some planes in that hangar. I'll be back. You take. I don't know how to do a lab dump. I've only done one, and I was the only one.
Oh, hold on a second.
Yeah. Sorry, folks. It was. Yeah. A lot of rice and beans, man. Oof. That's a joke we use because we do a lot of sewer work too, where we're at. Sometimes you got to break into sewers.
Oh, sorry about that.
Active sewers. Got to you, huh?
Just been coughing a lot lately. I don't know what the hell. I got to go back to the doctor again and see what's going on. Anyways,
pollen is getting stirred up early.
Well, they found a lot of scar tissue from the RA affects that.
Oh, jeez.
And anyways, I don't want to talk about that. Jeez. Oh, I see fishy biz. What's up? You probably didn't get to watch the stream last night because it's too late. Funk's wife.
This is too late for me.
Well, yeah. What time are you usually heading to bed?
No, I don't know. I usually 9:30.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, 9:30. Because I get up super early.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to, but I do.
At like 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, what the hell's going on with this guy?
That's usually when I'm done doing all the chores I got to do and chilling out and drinking my coffee. Is that 5 in the morning?
5 in the morning is when you're done doing the chores?
Yeah, I guess I got to wake up. I got to feed the cats. I got to feed the dog too. And then I got to take her out. Do all that stuff.
That takes a while. Almost as gross as the shit story, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's if I can sleep till like then, because usually what happens is like the cats start their squabble fest at like 3:30 in the morning and start wrestling each other. And I want to kill them both.
See, dogs don't do that very often.
I know. But cats do.
They do. And that's why when this cat's gone, we're done with cats. But we'll never be done with dogs. We'll always have dogs in the house. All right. So let's see. We talked about how you met your second wife. And you guys have been married for how long did you say? Your current wife?
9609. That was her wedding.
9609. With no relief in sight? No, with no
end in sight.
No end in sight. Yeah.
So how many years
would have been worse.
13
relief would have been
years?
worse. No end in sight. That was what you wrote. What was that on again? It was something.
That was her 5th anniversary.
A present that you gave her or something?
I got her a box of chocolates. It was like a wooden box.
Oh, yeah.
And you could have it engraved, and I had that engraved in it. 5 years and no end in sight.
And then you ate the chocolates, too.
No, those are not the chocolates I ate.
Oh, those were different chocolates.
Those are her anniversary chocolates. I ate her birthday chocolates.
Okay. Yes. But it was like weeks after you got them for her.
Yeah, she was like... Took her to this like chocolate place that's like a local chocolatier or whatever you want to call them, and she got these like haystacks. I think they're straw, or whatever. It was like coconut haystacks, I think, like chocolate covered, whatever. And she was loving. I don't even like coconut, but I get like a hankering for candy, chocolate, especially, and like I go nuts.
Yep,
it hit me. It was like probably like 4 or 5 weeks after her birthday, and she would come home. She would like have one every once in a while, like
she's psychotic. How do you do that?
I know. And I was like, she came home and I like decimated, like there was probably like 3 or 4 left. 3, I'd say 3. Let's be fair.
Oh, well, that's not horrible.
No,
I was picturing like I was picturing like you ate like half a dozen. No,
but they were big. They weren't like exactly small. They were kind of like, yeah. So it wasn't like not nothing.
You ate my fucking chocolates.
You ate my birthday chocolates. Birthday's
See,
over, biatch.
I know
That's
all
what
these stories. I know all these stories. We've been hanging out for
I know.
long
Oh,
enough.
she still brings that up. You hate my
I
birthday
don't blame
chocolates.
her. I don't blame her. I still bring up. So let's see. Anthony, my oldest son, is 30, and he was about
Anthony.
5. Anthony, yeah,
Anthony.
yeah. That's what his aunt calls him all the time. Anthony.
Anthony.
He was about 5, and it was Christmas time, and I was really into like collecting football stuff, football cards and things. And man, it was even longer than that. Anyways, my wife, she didn't get me any football cards, but she complained about how hard I was to buy for. And I'm
Right.
like, well,
Right.
you could have just got football cards. And she said, I didn't want to get that for you. It's what you wanted. And that's not what she meant. She said that she basically said, I always get myself that type of stuff anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, yeah.
But that's what she said. And to this
That's
day, I
funny.
don't let her forget that. At
That's
least
funny.
3 or 4 times a year, I bring up the fact that she doesn't like to get me presents that I actually want.
That's like my wife brings up something like one of our friends. There was like a text message he sent to me and her, and he meant to say great and wise Lisa, and he said great and wide Lisa.
Oh, no.
And to this day, she will not let him live that down.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
man, it's funny.
I have one like that too. My buddy Roger was bringing us a couch and stuff. He had bought a brand new couch, love seat thing, and he had a really nice sectional already that was like almost brand new, and he gave that to us. So he was bringing it over, and he sent me a text saying, "I'm on my way. Got the cock, COCK, and chair." He meant to put couch, but it came out COCK and chair. He sent me that text, and I was like, I'm only sitting on one of those.
We know which one, folks.
Yeah. That was a long time ago. We talk about that all the time too. All right. So other than the fish keeping, we're shifting gears again. Other than the fish keeping, I know you're a gamer. What other type? Well, let's talk about gaming. What kind of games? Your first person shooter? Is that your?
Nah, not so much. I was more like kind of like I don't know, like a role playing. Yeah, kind of like, well, Fallout's more like first person shooter, like at least the latter, but the earlier Fallouts were more like kind of my style.
Yeah,
like the turn based kind of stuff.
Oh, gotcha.
I like all sorts of stuff. Like I don't know. I'm not like as long as it's a cool game. I'm just not big on like the whole run around shooting each other on a map kind of thing. It just gets old. It's really. I mean, I can do that a couple times, but it gets real repetitive.
Yeah.
But I do play a game like that, like that space sim that I've been playing. Star Citizen.
I remember that. That's sort of why I assumed.
Yeah, it's like it is a first-person game, and it's definitely got the first-person shooter thing all down. Like you can do that all day and night, but it's also got the whole space flight combat thing. But it's like it's real, like realistic. Like you get out of bed, you walk down a hall, you get in an elevator, you go down the elevator, you go down into a hangar, you get in your ship, you fly in the ship out of atmosphere into the solar system. You know what I mean? Like there's no cheating. Like you get on a train to get into the spaceport. Yeah. And it's like real distance. Like you got to travel 2 kilometers to get there.
When you get back to the hangar, somebody's taking the shit out of the ship. I mean, all of it's very realistic.
That's coming. The shower, the poop and shower gameplay is coming, from what I understand.
And what other types do you like to play? What are some of your favorite games?
Like some of the best games I've sunk a lot of time. Kerbal Space Program. You ever play that? You ever hear that?
I played it just a little bit. I remember it. It's got like the little weird aliens, right?
Yeah, they're little green men.
Yeah.
Actually, I have one. Hang on, I can show you. This is like one of the earliest 3D prints I ever got. So I got this for Christmas or birthday. It's really dusty as hell. This is a Kerbal.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
They're like basically plant-based life forms, so they don't need food. They just need light, so they can live in space infinitely. That's the whole.
Gotcha.
And yeah, but it's just like you just slap together rocket parts and launch, and it's got actual orbital mechanics.
Yeah.
Like NASA.
A little bit.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I did I have like 2,000 hours into that game.
Jesus.
Like crazy amount of time.
And how many in Fallout 4 you think?
I can tell you.
Because you've almost completed it, right? 100%.
Yeah, I'm at that point where I got to make decisions on what I'm doing. What's going on
gotcha.
here? Like, I got to pick between. All right, I don't know what's going on my screen right now. I'm not gonna mess with it because it might. But I got a lot of hours in Fallout. I had more hours in New Vegas. I played a lot of that too.
We were just talking about that today, my son-in-law and I, and how that one was the best one out of the series.
That was great. I love those add-ons.
Yeah,
like the DLCs. What is that one? The Big MT.
They're in talks to make a second one.
Nice. Oh, what did I hear today? You ever watch Serenity? Firefly?
Yeah.
I just heard that Disney Plus is rebooting that.
Really?
Yes. And I'm kind of disturbed.
I think it's both a great idea and a horrible idea because no matter what you do, you're going to have a ton of people that absolutely just hate it. It. And then you're going to have other people that are like, hey, this is pretty good. And then people who didn't watch the original probably will like it a lot.
Yeah. If they're picking up from it, here. But and I think they said something that, well, this is all conjecture because everything's like all tight-lipped, but they did something that they don't own the rights to the movie. So everything that happened in the movie might not actually be in the show. So they might retcon anything that, like, all the people that got killed in the stupid.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Spoiler alert, people.
At least there's an attempt being made. At least we're getting back into
it. Sometimes they just need to let things be dead.
Did you play the Mass Effect games?
No, I did not.
Not at all, really.
No, there was a huge point when my kid was young. That was like right when those games came out. So I didn't have a whole lot of time for games back then.
I just played through them again. There's 4 of them, and 3 of them you can get together with Xbox Game Pass.
And I didn't do a lot of console gaming either.
Your PC,
PC gaming, yeah.
Still,
yeah. I don't own a console.
I used to be all about the PC, but I just don't. I don't know. I like getting out of this room. I like being able just to go sit on the couch, click a button, boom, I'm playing.
Yeah, no, I get it, man. It's great. Don't get me wrong. I don't knock anybody who likes game.
Not keeping gaming up with the hustle and trying to keep.
I used to do it all the time.
Yeah, I used to be
a PlayStation guy. Big time.
Oh, gotcha. See, you switched. We switched because I used to never. I was all about PC Master Race, but now it's all console only.
No, back PC One, or PS1.
Yeah,
I had a ton of games for that. Oh man, I love that game, that console.
Dreamcast,
the original.
The Dreamcast was my favorite. All right, what other type of hobbies do you? I love how he walks right around and he's got.
I know, he comes up this way and he's got. All right, come on. He's like, nope, I don't want to be here.
He
wants me to, because I'm usually like chilled out, like with my feet up over here, so he just comes and like lays on me.
Yeah,
and then purrs and then gets his.
He was just pawing at the tank. He's pawing at the tank. Monty, you stop that. What are
TV?
What other type of hobbies do you have other than the gaming and the fish keeping? The gaming and the fish keeping.
I do a lot of the old YouTube stuff. Well, I have been, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I used to fly airplanes, but I don't do that anymore.
What do you mean, like
aviation?
Actual airplanes?
Yeah. Not I worked at the airport and
remote control stuff, but
that was going to be my career path, but then 9/11 happened, which kind of severely impacted that trajectory. And then the divorce, single father.
Gotcha. Yeah. I can see you look like a pilot. Yeah, you got that pilot look. I can see you,
crazy.
You just crazy sort of look like a pilot. I can hear you, coming over the
Yep.
I could see it.
Yeah, I did. I was working on my commercial certificate, and then that's some kind of things. Well, everything got locked down for like 4 months.
Yeah,
I forget how long that was. It was a while. It seemed like forever.
But no other real hobbies today. It's all about the gaming and the YouTube.
Well, I mean,
obviously.
I don't know. I got all sorts of. I mean, like whatever I'm into in the moment. Like, trying to think of anything like hobby. I don't know, photography. Yes, I've been playing with that camera a lot.
Yeah, you're pretty damn good at it too. That one that you did with the Pseudomcgills was very impressive. That was a really good video. It's up there with.
It took me a long time, man.
people like Steven with their editing, that you guys that do that kind of stuff, it looked great.
Steven's got some awesome stuff.
Yeah, and
That's good.
You definitely were right there with him. You
Thank
just
you.
the voiceover and everything that you did, it was very professional. It really was very
Well, I appreciate that.
top tier. You know,
I don't know how to take that, but I appreciate it.
yeah, I get you. Just say
I see whenever I look at it, I see everything I did wrong.
Yeah, I understand.
You know what I mean?
Steven's the same way. You guys are amazing at what you do. And
The false mullet. That's right, Atkins.
what's that about?
That was the pseudomugo thing. That's what
False
it means.
mullet.
It means false mullet.
Oh, did you say that in
Pseudomugo.
that video?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that. False mullet.
Pseudo
What? I mean,
means false.
Yeah, pseudo.
Mugo is a species of mullets.
All right. See, I'm thinking, mullet.
Oh, mullet isn't fish.
Mullet. Yeah, I'm thinking mullet as in the hairstyle. I'm like, well, what's a false mullet? Is it like a merkin? What's a false mullet?
Wouldn't that be like with a?
Would it be?
I think it'd be like the emo haircut where it's all in the front instead of the back. Business in the back, party in the front.
A false mullet. Maybe it's like hair extensions, but only in the back because it's false. I don't know.
Maybe I can see that.
We're going to spend some time on that and dig in. You know what? We're already almost an hour into this.
Oh my God.
Really? How are you pressed on time? Okay.
I have off tomorrow, as a matter of fact. I got a doctor's appointment.
Oh.
It's an MRI, but whatever. Yeah, I'm getting an MRI tomorrow. Fun time.
Well, hopefully they find something that is easily fixable. Because I know off and on you've been in a lot of pain.
Yeah. Not fun.
And again, for everybody who doesn't know, Chattanooga Ed tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. is having, I just call it open heart surgery. He's having a new valve put in, but they're cracking open his chest.
That's so crazy.
So it is a big deal. So, think about Ed tomorrow. He's going to be gone for about a month. So keep him in your thoughts. He's afraid we're going to forget him.
Ed who?
All right, well, let's go ahead and open it up. Now's a good time. Anybody has questions for Jason? It could be about fish, but, try and keep it a little bit more, personal. If you want to know anything about him, now's the time. And do the @RicoStan, or are you actually in the YouTube side? Can you see your name?
I can be.
You don't have to. It's easier if they do Degenerate. So you can see him yourself. And
somehow I got full screen. Oh, there it is. I'm not even sure how I did that. I can open them YouTube.
Oh, Jen, you said you didn't mention that Jason is a professional plumber.
Oh, man.
And a balloon animal artist.
Yes.
Yes.
Did I put that? I might have put that away.
I had to go back and watch that because that occurred on my stream.
I did.
Was sleeping, and I had to go back and watch. It was hilarious. It was so funny. I don't know how you kept going. I don't know, because I would have just been dying laughing. It was just hilarious.
Trust me, I was.
Oh, that's a good question. Chris Salazar has one. What kind of music do you like?
Well, I like all sorts of stuff.
You do?
I do a trivia game on Saturdays with a lot of music. And I pick up whatever. I get music stuck in my head like a lot. Yep. And it's usually not good music. So
we have that in common when we somebody will say a phrase and we both will sing it.
Yeah.
I do that all the time too. Somebody will say a phrase and I instantly think of a song. And I know you do that as well. And that's a good time to talk about that too, is that so Jason is the co-host on the Saturday morning cartoons at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's on 503 Aquatics, Shanna's channel, but he also does on his channel 9 a.m., right?
Yes.
9 a.m. on Sunday mornings, he does the easy stream. That's a 2-hour stream. First hour, he does, he goes through the stuff, maintenance and stuff he's doing in his fish room, water changes and talks about stuff. And then he brings up people for the panel too. So both streams are a lot lot of fun. Ricky wants to know.
Yeah, mine's more fish focused. Yeah. That one's
definitely. Saturday morning cartoons is fun.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of fish talk, but the music trivia is a lot of fun. And lately I've been nailing it. I've been getting so many of them.
You have been, actually. You're one of the top people, man. You got a lot of points.
That's because you've just been doing a lot of the older stuff. You've been doing a lot of 70s and
Gotta
80s,
play to
and
my crowd, man.
we're a bunch of old effers in there.
Start bringing in like the 50s.
I know some of the 50s. Yeah, 50s and 60s, 70s, 80s, and then 90s. I start to. But it depends on the genre of music. If it's 2000s, I can still get in there.
That's
but if
when
it's
Alex
rap,
kicks in. Alex picks up like that.
I'm gone. Luckily,
yeah,
a
but
lot of
rap isn't very good to do name that tune
Yeah.
stuff with.
Yeah,
it's
you
like
said that.
it's just usually a beat. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Or a sample of somebody else's music.
Yeah, very confusing. Ricky wants to know what your favorite movie / TV show is. Can you nail that down?
All right. I'm like one of those guys that like you got to drag me to see a movie, right? Because I'm like really reluctant to see movies that I don't want to see, and I don't know why. But when I do see movies, it depends on the movie, but I don't know. I like weird movies. I like those Marvel movies. I can't stand them. I hate them. Yeah, I don't like the superhero. I used to. I don't know what happened. I just can't stand it anymore. Like I would just sit there and I'm like, oh, it's just a CGI fest. All it is eye candy. There's no.
And is that what you're seeing? I mean, are you seeing the CGI? Is it standing out to you?
It's not. Yeah, kinda, somewhat. It just doesn't seem real or believable to me. You know what I mean? Like.
Sure.
I'm not.
It's not. It's the whole point.
Well, yeah, I know. I get it. But that's what it is. It's a visual. I get it. Like, and I don't judge people for watching those movies. That's great. I mean, half of those people love that stuff because of it's like a visual thing, right? But when I see movies, I like. Well, it's not that I don't like that. Like, what is it? Mad Max Fury Road. That movie was awesome. That was like a wild ride from beginning to end, and that's what I liked. It was just like you were like in it. You know what I mean? And it was like a whole different world, and they didn't have to do a whole lot of explaining and like whatever. And you're just in it. You just figure it out on your own, you know?
Hit the ground running, right?
That's it. Like whatever. The other one, like I like kind of like art movies, like Blade Runner 2049. That was a really good movie. The Lighthouse. You ever see that movie? That movie was crazy.
Which one was that? Was that the one where what's her name? Eliza Dushku?
No, that was Robert Pattinson, the guy who just played Batman.
Yeah.
And William Dafoe. It was a black and white movie. There were lighthouse keepers in like the 1800s.
Oh, I think you said Playhouse.
No,
you said Lighthouse. Oh no, I never watched that one because I hate black and white.
Drinking kerosene at some point.
I hate it. What, really?
It's real weird.
I hate
it gets
black
weird,
and white.
Dude.
Like people take pictures and they take all the color out of it and they're like, "Oh, look how artsy this is." And I'm like, "Yeah, it looks like shit. Show me the color."
See, well, yeah. See, like it depends on the movie. Like the black and white, I don't mind if it sets the tone.
Yeah.
But it's got to be something that like
something you can sink your teeth into.
Yeah, not just like mind-numbing stuff. Because like I have this habit. Like my wife pointed it out to me. There was we went to go see that one of the movies. I think it might have been Lighthouse or it might have been 2049, whatever it was. And it was like a preview for some movie. And it was like, I can't even remember what it was, but I turned to her and I said, I'll tell you exactly what this movie is about. And I explained what I thought the movie was about. And then 6 months later, she comes up to me and she's like, dude, remember that movie? You were exactly right about everything that happened in that movie.
So you just figured it out and knew.
Just by the 30-second preview, I was just like, oh.
Yeah.
And I have a habit of doing it a lot in movies. Like I can see through dumb stuff. You know what I mean? That's why I don't like watching TV shows.
Do you ruin it for other people and say, "Oh, this is what's going to happen next"?
Well, I ruin it for my wife, but
I do too.
Try to ruin it.
I do too because I do the same thing.
She gets annoyed, and then we just stop watching it because she sees what I'm seeing at some point. She's like, and I'm like, and this is going to happen.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
We start watching TV shows.
We
like
don't
half
stop
of them
watching. We don't stop though. We still watch it. We know, I'll say, "Oh, this is what's going to happen," but we'll still watch it just to make sure I'm right.
No, like some point I just can't.
Yeah.
Can't invest any more time in it. You know what I mean?
I'm very easily entertained though when it comes to that kind of stuff. Yeah, it sounds like it. It does.
But I'm not really because I enjoy watching like I don't know. I like watching more like educational stuff. Like it can be just dumb like Junkyard Wars or whatever it is.
Now you're sounding pretentious. Before it was just snobby. Now it's pretentious. I mean,
no, because I like the dumb stuff. Like even reality show. Like at least it's like.
Really? What was the reality show too that you took the wow from?
Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Is that one of those? Yeah, I figured it was one of those.
Shanna pointed that out to me, and then I ended up watching it, and I couldn't figure out what stupid episode it was, but I knew what season it was, So I watched like 4 episodes out of that stupid season, beginning to end. And I was getting invested.
Now you like the show?
No, I had to cut it off. Like a Band-Aid.
Yeah, I can't stand reality shows. Hate them. The only one I ever liked was The Osbournes.
Yeah,
Love
that was
The Osbournes, especially with the trans.
Yeah, I don't really watch a lot of TV.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have cable. I just kind of,
stream stuff. Same here.
No, well, mostly pirate it.
Yeah. Shh. Cody.
Yes.
Let's see. Paul Sotero would like to know what's in your tanks. All kinds of stuff. What's some of the major things? What's some of your favorite things currently in the tanks?
Favorite stuff? Well, I don't know. I got
a knife
rainbows, ghost knife in there, rainbows, Adolphoid Corys. Those guys I really like too. That's a saltwater tank. I got the Pseudomugil fry growing out in a couple tanks. Got a couple Pseudomugil tanks. I got chili rasboras, sparkling grommies, candy cane tetras. Man, I got a lot of stuff. Endlers, bala sharks, goldfish.
So really, if you watch Paul, if you watch that
Blind Cave tetras,
easy like Sunday morning, you'll see almost all of the tanks on almost every Sunday. You're touching most of them.
Yeah, I usually try to do like, I didn't this past Sunday actually, but yeah, I usually go through either just touch base on the tank, just point it out, see how everybody's doing, talk about it, any changes.
It's a good idea. I think it's a good format. I don't think there's anybody else that does that format for their live streams, to touch all the tanks like that. And then I like it. It's a cool way.
Yeah.
Oh, it jumped on me. Michael had a very important question. Where was it? There it is. Are koalas venomous?
No. What did I see today? It really boggled my mind. There's 125 sheep and 5 dogs. How old is the shepherd?
Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much.
That makes me angry. Eduardo says, please, sir, tell us how you got the ideas for the music you select for torturing us with the music trivia. Name that effing tune.
I have I don't know. I got a weird process. Pretty much, I'll start listening. Ever since I started doing the Name That Tune thing, I started listening to all sorts of, because I have a Sirius XM in my car. All sorts of whatever stations that have like the hits from today, yesterday, whatever, and I'll just cycle through it, and then I'll find a song that I think might work. Yeah. And I'll take a screenshot with my phone, or I'll take a picture of it on my phone from my car. And then at some point I download it, and then I isolate a segment. Yeah. And that's a whole process in itself. Trying to find a
spot,
a clip. Yeah. It's got to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You got to find a spot that's not just blang.
Yeah, exactly. Just noise.
Yeah. Something.
There's some sort of rhythm that's in the song that's what I mean? That catches people's oh, I know that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like the game. And I like I said, lately I've been playing it because I didn't play it at first. But I've really been looking forward to each Saturday now. Lady Metalhead would like to know, and again, just want to show nice. Metalhead's Aquatic Mayhem. Thank you very much. I have like a dozen Fish Fam t-shirts now. I don't have one of yours yet, though. Soon. It's coming up. I'm going to be getting some soon.
I got another one. This one's a little too snug.
Oh, that's one of yours?
Yeah, this is the one. Yeah,
I see it now. I didn't know because you can
tell it's discreet.
You got a little nipple going on there, and that's it. There's a cattail again. Jess wants to know if you can pick a Hanson song for Name That Tune sometime, asking for someone who wants to annoy everyone. Put it on the list. I don't know any Hanson songs. Isn't that Bop? Isn't that one?
Bop. That's the one that comes right off the head.
I don't know any of the rest of that song. Just Bop, Biddle Up.
That's probably all you need. This is that little whatever ditty in there.
ABC says we're not all old. I'm 35. And Chris says he's only 24, but I grew up on bands like Megadeth, Motley Crue, Kiss, etc. because my brothers were born in the 70s, so I can get with the classics.
Yeah, I listen to all sorts of stuff. I don't know. I'm just I like music, I guess, I can
What's somebody classical from maybe something new from maybe the last 5 years that you really like? New music that you really dig?
Foster the People. I don't know if that's 5 years. It might be 10 now, but that was like early 2000,
I don't
mid
know that.
2000s.
That's the name of the band?
Yeah, they're the ones that did that Pumped Up Kicks.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's pretty good stuff.
That one album, Torches, that had a couple good tunes on it.
Yeah, and there's a lot of that kind of music that I like. It's hard to sort of put into a certain genre. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Because it kind of, they're like almost like they don't really fit. They're not rock and roll. They're not grunge,
they're
indie.
pop, but they're not. And it's
yeah.
Oh,
but there's all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I mean,
and is there any one genre that you listen to the most?
I guess it would be alternative.
Sure.
I mean, I grew up in the '90s. Like I was like when I was like, I was not a big fan of those guys.
Well, yeah, I always liked them because I knew. So
I had a friend that was like one of those
big into them.
Yeah, and he just annoyed the hell out of me.
Oh, gotcha. I understand that.
And he would try to look like that guy.
Oh, well, yeah, I never tried to look like anybody.
Yeah, see, that's kind of, I was like, dude, I gotta know.
My roommate dated the girl who was the disc jockey for the ASU radio station, alternative music, college rock. She knew the guy from Toe the Wet Sprocket and brought him over to one of the parties at her house. He was in town for their concert or something, so he came to our house in the middle of the street. And so I sort of, just because we had met him, I sort of became a big fan. I always liked him.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, the music's all right. They had that one song, what is it, like Walk on the Ocean, whatever the hell that was.
Was that them?
Right? That was Toad the Wet Sprocket. I'm pretty sure that was. Come on, he's freaking out.
I can hear it. Flesh becomes water. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. That is that song, right?
Yeah. I think. Yeah. But I was thinking it was somebody else. Blue October.
I'm sure that's Toad the Wet Sprocket.
You ever get into them?
Who?
Blue October.
I don't think I know that band. No.
Oh, that's all right. Anyways, this is a good question. Brooklyn Bell wants to know if you have any strange talents.
I'm sure I got a ton. I can do anything. Pretty good Watto impression from Star Wars.
Let's hear that. Come on.
I gotta get in the mood.
Okay.
Hang on.
Okay.
Hang on. Somebody bought me this because of how good of an impression I can do in this. Let's see. I gotta get in the mood here. Let me warm up.
Me.
I always bet on Sebulba. He always wins. What are you, some kind of Jedi, huh?
Yep, that's damn
not the best,
good.
But it gets better.
No, that's pretty damn good. Sound just like him to me.
That's a strange talent.
That's a strange talent.
Dude,
anything else? Is that enough?
That should be enough, I think. It's
Dr.
more than I wanted to share.
Dr. Austin would like to know: boxers, brief, or commando?
Boxer briefs.
What was this?
Boxer briefs. That means both.
Oh, this is.
He said boxers or briefs, and they're both.
But there was 3 choices, so.
Well, I'm not commando, so.
Boxers, briefs, or commando, but you said boxer briefs. I thought this was like some international sign for boxer briefs that I just wasn't aware of.
Boxer briefs.
Next time somebody does this to me, I'll know what it means. You know, I thought they were saying peace, but actually they're saying, "Hey, boxer briefs, man, boxer briefs." I didn't know. Let's see.
They got the efficiency of a tighty whitey and the comfort of a brief.
The room of
boxer.
The boxers.
Yeah.
Commando's where it's at. 3G, how is your BBA farm going? Greg wants to know.
It's ripe.
Is it getting now? The one tank you had.
The one tank's getting better.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got the one with the big white stone in it.
Yeah, it's green, the stone, but yes.
Really?
It looks white. It's whitish green. It's like a pale green, but it is.
You just had to correct me. You couldn't just let that go.
I couldn't let it go because I bled over that.
Okay.
There was blood spilled for that rock.
Alishon says, I was flipping channels today, and the Teresa flipping table episode was on. Season 1 finale, hilarious.
Wow.
Here's a good one. Here's a good one from S. Would he rather be pistol whipped or brush his teeth with, he called it crotazole. Is that what it was?
Cortisol.
Yeah.
Isn't that
he just got a typo. He just had a typo. I was like, I've never heard of crotazole. Is that like scrotazole? What is that for?
Cortisol. Cortisol. Some sort of ointment for like wounds and stuff or whatever. Like
so, which one would you rather have? Pistol whipped or brush
my teeth with any day of the week? Pistol whipping was not fun.
Yeah. So
considering it fractured my face.
Why don't you tell that story?
Stitches.
Not that one, not the pistol whipped one.
Oh, okay.
That's painful. Tell the toothbrushing one because that's funny. The other one's painful and hurtful, but the toothbrushing one is funny. So tell that one real quick.
First, the pistol whipping was some crazy dude in the street on 4th of July pulled a gun on me.
Yeah.
I didn't get shot. I got pistol whipped. But yeah, that's a whole nother story. We'll leave it
Stitches.
at that. Yes. The cortisol cream happened at the Keystone Clash. I went to, I was drinking those, they had that hospitality room and they had like, the adult beverages and they had like the, whatever, I can't remember whatever beers they had, but I was like, man, I don't want any of that stuff. Then they had like the fruity beverages, like the Seagrams, whatever they were.
Seltzer stuff too, right?
Yeah, the seltzers, right? So I was drinking those, and I think I was drinking like the watermelon, whatever they were, and they were really sweet. It's like kind of sweet that like the sugar's like on your teeth and you can feel it. And I always keep like a toothbrush in my car because I work pretty much out of my car, and if I have to go from like a job site to the dentist, I don't want to be going like an hour out of my way to my house to go to the dentist, depending on where, because I work all over the place. I'm never at like one location, so. It's good to have like a, emergency kit in the car, which has toothpaste and a toothbrush. And apparently I had cortisol cream in there too. And it was dark. Yeah. I went to my console. I grabbed a little tube, which I thought was toothpaste. And I grabbed my little travel toothbrush. And I went out there. And then like halfway through, I'm like, there should be a little minty bite. There's no minty bite. And I'm like, well, I'm almost done now. I might as well finish up. So I was spitting it out. I'm like, man, and I look at it. It's, oh, God.
At least it wasn't like hemorrhoid cream or something.
Yeah,
like
that would have been. Yeah, that would have been real bad. I probably would have noticed that. My lips probably would have been numb.
They like pucker. What's wrong?
Drooling.
Something's wrong with my teeth. I can see coming back. We did have a lot of fun. And for anybody who's on the fence about going to the Keystone Clash, that's the kind of stuff you can expect to happen. I mean, if you were on the fence,
Jenny Lynn hooked me up with gum.
It was a lot of fun, and it's going to be even more fun this year, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of people going. A lot of people going.
There is. There's like 50 people from the Fish fam that are going, and I think they're expecting like maybe 300 or 400 people total. And if 50 of them are Fish fam people, maybe that number's wrong. I could be wrong on that.
Yeah, that seems like, well, maybe it just seemed like it didn't seem like there was like that many there last year, right?
You're right. It wasn't like
maybe like 150-ish, maybe. Yeah. Probably more. Well, there was that. It was kind of hard to tell because there was that gun show going on too. So
yeah, you don't know how many people were just passing through.
But the Clash is going to be in that area where that gun show was, right?
Yes.
So that's going to be a whole bigger space.
It's going to be so much bigger. The vendor room is massive, and there's all of it is just going to be way bigger. Really looking forward to it. And I'm sure everybody in here is already subscribed to Jason, but we're trying to push to help Jason get to 500 because he gets a discount on his ticket. That's really all it comes down to is you get a discount on your ticket. It doesn't do anything else.
That's not why I want to get to 500, by the way.
Well, no, but I mean that's you want to get there anyway.
Yes.
But that discount does mean something, and we'd like to get you there.
I agree. Nice.
There's some people that were saying that you don't get into other areas if you don't have 500 and stuff. No, that's not. Couldn't be farther from the truth. In fact, you don't even have to pay to get into the event itself. You can go into the vendor area. There's a bunch of areas that are free. You just can't go see the speakers. You can't be in the hospitality suite. There's a bunch of stuff you can't do either. But if you don't even pay for a ticket, you can still go see some of it.
Yeah.
And by having the fish tuber thing,
you just can't do the auction either, right?
Yeah, I don't think so. No auction. Yeah,
Yeah.
or the award show.
Yeah.
They have a room for people to do interviews and stuff where they'll have equipment set up, and you also get into there. That's it. That's all you get.
So that's
for
it.
the
It's just like a
industry.
separate room to sit down and have an interview or whatever.
Yeah,
Talk to.
they'll have their equipment that we can use there with, lights and camera and every mic and everything. So we can use their stuff to do interviews if people are
I'll
interested.
do my easy stream there.
You could on Sunday morning. Yeah, it'd be
No,
perfect.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna do my easy
There you go. We'll all be in there with you.
There you go. Perfect.
We'll all be in there. Everybody just be sitting there. Last year we took a picture, and I thought there was somebody
I have it.
behind me.
I know, we're all like crouched down. Like I
Yeah.
thought there was somebody behind me too. So we're all
I
like
was.
doing like
I
this
was-
weird long arch.
I was behind you, and I sort of crouched down because I thought I was trying to get out of somebody's way, and there's
Yeah.
nobody behind me, so I'm just
And I
doing
think
this.
I did it because you were doing it because I thought somebody was behind me too. Yeah. So there's like a bunch of us like in this like hunched like weird like
It was dumb.
that is funny.
When I saw that, I was like, "What the hell am I crouching for?" Let's see. Eduardo said he'd like to know the root of Jason's hatred for '90s music. Show us on the doll where Kurt Cobain touched you.
That's it.
Do you
I don't
hate
hate 90s
90s?
music. No,
No.
not at all.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
What about Nirvana? Do you hate them?
No, I
They're
don't
okay?
hate them at all. I've
Yeah.
used them and named that tune.
Yeah, you have.
They have been in there. Eduardo, maybe you should tune in a little bit better. Don't be
Eduardo-
late.
Eduardo's on there almost every week.
I
He's
know.
up on the
He's
panel.
giving a hard time.
Yeah.
Giving a hard time. He was late this past week. Was that Eduardo? No, that was no. Yeah,
Jen,
he was.
Jen, you said she just got your shirt today. Degenerate
Awesome.
Fishkeeper shirt delivered today.
Nice.
I'm going to go on a tear in April and buy up a bunch more Fish Fam shirts. I want to get.
I might have to get another Rico Stan shirt. I think I ruined my last one. I
don't want to know.
I got super
No.
glue all over.
La,
it.
la, la, la.
Yeah.
I have to send. I haven't seen him tonight, but I have to send Xanadude another one because for Vinay's auction, he bid on a signed one, and I just sent him one directly from Amazon. I didn't send it here because I wasn't thinking. So he got a shirt today. Actually, it was delivered, but it's not signed.
But not
He
signed.
got the shirt and the leggings that I have to sign.
Oh, man.
So yeah, they're going to.
I could send him my shirt with the stains on it.
I'll send him another one. He'll have two. That's all right. It's my fault. When do the balloon animals come out? Alishon wants to know.
I was trying to think about like, do I still have that over? I'd still have the balloons. I don't know what to do with the pump though. It's got to be around here. We'll see, maybe.
Ricky said you're very talented when it comes to killing ghost knives.
Oh god.
You'll never live that one down. I mean, people were picking on you for a while on that one.
Well, I mean, I did go like kill like 7 or 8 of them. I was starting to feel bad.
Was it that many? I didn't know it was 7 or 8. I thought it was like 3.
It was 3, and then another 3, and then there was like 2 other like the 3s. I got a.
The first
really
2
little
batches
ones.
from the same place, right?
Yeah, there was like an adult-ish one. He died. I got another adultish one. He died. I got 3 little ones. They died. I got 3 more little ones. They died. I got another adult one. He almost died. I kept him alive.
And he's still going
alive.
strong now.
Yes. Mr. G. He's in the 55 down here.
Peplin would like to know if you'd win a fight with Fishymon.
Yes.
Wasn't even a hesitation.
No.
And again, for people that are on the fence, Fishymon will be there with us the whole weekend this time and not just Friday.
That's right. We're getting a room together, me and Fishymon. He's going to be the little spoon.
And Jenny Lynn says she'll make sure to bring gum again just in case.
She saved me with that gum. After that cortisol thing, she had the gum. Thank you.
Skipper
Jenny.
said you're talking about the hydrocortisone.
Whatever it was, cortisol. I thought it was cortisol.
Mark said it would have stopped your gums from bleeding.
That's good to know.
Oink Master says I'm packing my Tom's blueberry toothpaste as we speak.
Don't forget the floss.
Skipper said 200 people. Blake said about 200 registered, more
Oh,
walk-ins.
wow.
So, and if 50,
And 50
of
of
those
them.
are
That's a
Fish Fam
quarter.
people, this is going to be the Fish Fam Keystone Clash.
Heck
You
yeah.
know?
I'm going to grab a water real quick. I can still talk.
No problem. Blake said about 200, and Skipper said that too. And Brookley again with the strange talents. Only this time, she would like to know if you have any strange bodily talents, like double jointed stuff like that. Anything you can share with us?
Oh my God. Well, Brooklyn, that was gonna make me. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that. I don't know. I could do.
Oh yeah, I used to be able to do that.
And I could do. I used to be able to do this like weird farting noise on my neck. I don't know if I can do this anymore. No, probably not.
Oh yeah, we're just turning the mic.
Yeah,
I thought it was doing it at first, but it's just the mic rubbing.
Yeah, it's like I can. Yeah, that's like I haven't done that since I was a kid.
I showed this one off before. I can't do it as well as I used to because my hands are fucked up. But they used to be like really.
I used to be able to. Well, I still can do it, but I really don't like doing it. I can pop my left arm out of its socket.
Yeah, don't do that.
But yeah,
don't do that.
It actually came out once by accident and didn't go back in very well, and it's been pain ever since. So I don't want to do that.
We're talking about the arm still, right?
Yes, yes, definitely the arm.
Because
rotator cuff, I think, is the problem. Yeah.
Other things come out sometimes and don't go back in as well either. Robert, what's up? Cough, buy a ticket that supports the clubs. Yes, very much so. Yes, and that's what it's all about. And that's what about the Fish Fam at the Keystone Clash is all about as well. Is all the sponsorship stuff is about supporting those clubs. We really want to help them put on a good show and be able to do it again next year. You know, there's nothing else in the Northeast except the Northeast Council. Really, there's nothing else big like this. So
where's that at?
Connecticut, I believe.
I never even heard of that.
It's a lot of there. It's a free one this year. It's coming up actually. I think it's next weekend. It's virtual. It was last year too. This year it's free, and they have a lot of speakers, and they'll do some auctions and stuff. You got to be able to drive to pick the stuff up. They won't ship for you.
Right.
Well, so they might, I suppose, if you but that's sort of outside. That's the exception to the rule. They won't ship. Alexon, I think, knows a lot more about it, but yeah, there's nothing else in this area, so we really want the Keystone Clash to be successful and keep it going.
Heck yeah.
ABC says I'm doing Fish Fam tattoos in the parking lot.
That's right. That's right. I forgot about that. But he's using a fish hook.
Wait, what did I misread? Was it? What did I misread? It's too far up. I must have said the wrong person said something. It's easy to do. There's so many green names. If you guys would stop being members,
all right,
it would help.
I'm done.
If you could become a fish, what fish would it be?
Whoa. I don't know. Man, why do you gotta ask these weird questions? These are like existential questions, man. That would be a koi in a pond. Because I think that'd be cool. But like a mountain river pond that came down and then would live there for hundreds of years. And then I would grant wishes every once in a while.
Nice.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Sounds like a Japanese
right.
mythology.
Like a fairy tale.
Yeah. Jenny Lynn says, since you ruined your signed Rico shirt, that means I have the first signed Rico Stan shirt.
Yeah, I got super glue on it. I don't know what the hell I was doing.
Hopefully it's in the right places, so there's just like crusty.
It does. It's actually like right here because I was super gluing something up here and it dripped. Bink, bink. Damn it.
Pepper says
wearing clothes that I shouldn't be wearing.
Ask Jason if he's been drinking red Kool-Aid from a really big cup.
No. Red Kool-Aid from a really big cup. Why?
I thought there was a story there.
I don't know why. Yeah, what's up with that?
Drinking red Kool-Aid from a really big cup. And I'm not seeing any more questions.
I want to be in an environment. Super glue.
I think we're at the bottom of the chat, and I'm not seeing any more. Yeah. And hi, did we say hi to Vinay? We didn't say hi to anybody, but hi, everybody.
Hi, people.
All right. And we're an hour and 24 minutes into it, so that's a good time. But there's still 70 people here watching. Make sure you guys,
Wow.
hopefully mods have been dropping the link. I wasn't paying attention. Make sure you are subscribed to Jassen. And again, you can see him Saturday mornings on 503 Aquatics, our friend Shanna. They do that great Saturday morning cartoons. It's always a blast. And then Sundays at 9 Eastern Standard Time on Easy. And Stephen P was asking that question, not me. Oh, okay.
Eduardo. Good to know, Eduardo.
Anything coming up that you want to tell people? Anything going on? Anything? Any news you need to put out, or anything people should know about you as a person?
I'm awesome. You should like and subscribe. Oh no, no. I mean, just keeping fish, hanging out. We got a swap coming up in 2 weeks.
Yes, and a whole bunch of people are going to be there, and it's in Lancaster, right?
Correct. Yeah. So that should be interesting. Skipper will be there. Finet will be there. Fishimon, me, Lefty. I believe Susie Q's going. I heard somebody else might show up.
Yeah, I feel like maybe it was Scotty. I can't remember who it was. No, Scotty's having, I think, vehicle problems. I can't remember who it was. Somebody else said they were going to be there as well, and I don't remember who it was. Always sucks when you forget.
Yeah,
it's too far to go for a swap. Otherwise, I'd go because
it's like an hour and a half for me, but it's not that bad.
Hour and a half. Which direction?
West. Pretty much like southwestish, but more west than south.
Gotcha. So yeah, that's probably like a 6-hour trip for me. Kelly Foreman coming in late, but coming in hot. She's flaming up the place.
What is Eduardo on about?
Yeah. He produces Ladies' Night and morning cartoons. He is an excellent teacher for stream help.
I guess. I mean, if you need help with streaming, yeah. I mean, I had to help Eduardo. Eduardo needs a lot of help, though.
That is one of Scotty's clubs running it. Gotcha. We love you, Eduardo.
Exactly.
I couldn't even say his name. I was like, oh, wow. We love you, El Wawa. All right. I guess we'll go ahead and end. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us.
Yeah, good time.
Jason, I'm glad we finally got to do this. Well, one of these Saturdays, I know you didn't talk about that. You play Dungeons & Dragons on Saturday nights.
I do, usually, yeah. Yeah.
Is it virtual?
It was obviously during COVID times. We used to do it in person like every 3 weeks, and then like it's been kind of virtual for a while. We were gonna do it in session this past Saturday in person, but it was like a snowstorm happened, so everybody's like, "Well, no, we'll just do it virtual."
Gotcha.
But yeah, and I've been playing with that same group of people for like 20 some years.
I'm jealous. We're supposed to be playing a game, but it's mostly my fault. I haven't been able to get things together to do it, but it was going to be myself, Ed, Xanadude, Sean Peck, Callie from BCAS, and her boyfriend John.
Right
okay.
What are you playing?
I don't know. It's just going to be D&D. I don't know anything more than that.
What are you going to play?
Oh, what kind of character?
Yeah.
Depends on what everybody else decides on, because both Ed and I both play the same type of like tank barbarian type character.
That's what I'm kind of like. And then when I play like games like MMOs and stuff like that, I usually play like the tank.
Yeah,
I like doing that.
Same here. I hardly ever use magic. Right now I'm playing Elex 2. ELEX 2. It's a big open world. It's weird because it's after the apocalypse on a different planet. So you have a jetpack and a sword. There's like a weird mix of technology left over, and you can see cars and stuff all burned out. So it looks like it's very close to our world. So that's my type of
that's cool
environment. So
Mad Max kind of.
Yeah, but there's a little more to it. But one quick one. Ricky asked, "What is your favorite thing to read?"
Current events, or informational stuff, man. I don't know. I'm soaking up like info all the time. I'm always reading like
You're not
news
a big
articles.
like fiction.
Nah, I used to a lot. I just got over it. I don't know. I got like that with like a lot of that, like music too. I got real selective about stuff. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. I go tired of reading mundane stuff. You know what I mean? So like, not that there's anything wrong with that. And every once in a while, like if I do that, it's usually like short stuff, like nothing too long, not like a novel, but I just like reading like informational stuff. Like there's so much stuff to know out there. You know what I mean?
There is.
I don't have enough time for fantasy worlds. I want to know what's going on in this one and all the other ones around us.
Yeah, but sometimes it feels good to get into that fantasy world and deal with their problems instead of ours,
I get it.
It's just once in a while it's nice. But I'm with you. I like it.
I don't read for those fantasy worlds. I play games for those fantasy worlds.
I like to, I do. I get into a nice big epic fantasy. Oh yeah.
I get it.
Fun. So, all right, everybody. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. And one more time, Jason, anything to say before we cut it off?